points when moving to Manila. It may be different from my time, but I think it's still relatable. Siguro, not just mentally prepare yourself, but financially prepare yourself. I did that naman, but make it feasible. 3 things that I have underestimated here in Manila. First is the traffic. Yeah, I'm aware that there's traffic here, pero ang lala. It's really depressing. It's gonna ruin your day. Next is the transpo. Kasi I grew up like a tricycle away from where I want to go. Ito parang ilang bus bala sakyan ko, ilang jeep, ilang tricycle pa before I actually arrive at my destination. And sobrang hassle pa nun. Parang ang dami mong dala, umuulan, siksikan, and all. So, swerte mo na yung 10-30 minutes na nakakarating ka. Parang usually it's an hour or more. Especially if it's rush hour. Next, of course, the cost of living. That you can sustain. I didn't mind that much on the place to stay kasi sabi ko naman, I will eventually move out naman pag ayoko. I mean, hindi mas ayoko na, but mayari, it's not suitable to me kasi, for example, my work is here and then my place is here. If malayo, so hanap na lang ako ng place here. But siguro that I was lucky lang na that time when I moved here. I know the people na kukup sa akin kasi it was my churchmate. Yun naman yung technique dun kasi at least lang naman may malilipatan ka. Good if you have a family member here. I would advise na next time ka na maghanap kasi on your own na. Lalo if online lang lahat. Check mo kasi online. So, hindi mo pa ma-check yung exact location, gaano kalayo. So, ayun, mas malilipatan ka lang. So, I suggest mga mura muna. Then, tsaka ka na mag-decide if you've wanted to or you can afford living in a more comfortable solo condo maybe, or mas malapit sa work mo, ganun. Or, depende sa conducive sa transpo. Ikaw naman ang magde-decide nun. Once you are already in that place, compared to other cities, hindi lang ako nagsasabi nito, but most of the people say na once you have lived in Manila alone, independently, kayang-kaya mo na mabuhay anywhere in the Philippines. I managed to survive naman so far. Second thing about work, if you're a fresh grad, just keep on applying maybe. Huwag ka nang choosy. Kasi ako siguro that time, I was a real choosy na when I moved here. Kasi kapag in-offeran ako ng ganitong minimum wage, may mga nag-offer naman sa akin before na 16K, ganyan. Tanggi talaga ako. Siguro, if mag-offer sa kanya, tatanggi pa rin talaga ako. But before, I realized na sana tinanggap ko na lang yun. Cause, that's a stepping stone. I was really choosy that time because of I was comparing it to my salary as a teacher, where I earned 20,000 minimum a month flexi time. So, thinking ko by that time, sabi ko, flexi time nga ako dati. Davao lang, 20K. 16 lang offer niya sa akin, full time. No way. I didn't realize that the benefits that they can offer, like, yung mga SSS, PhilHealth, lahat yun, provide nilang companies. Siguro if I lasted for a year there, baka lumaki na yung sahod ko or baka nag-grow na ako or whatever in my career. Hindi ko lang talaga pinatos kasi mas gusto ko na lang bahala na, sobrang easy lang, basta yayaman ako. Kasi nga, I really can't depend on anyone. There's no room for me that time to like grow my career, whatever. Kailangan ko that time mabuhay. So, siguro that's something that you have to make sure first. Make sure that you can sustain yourself. Don't be choosy on the companies. Be choosy on the industry. Kasi example right now, na I have a lot of work experience already, I opted for mga work from home, remote work, and flexi time. And the industry that I'm choosing is social media or digital marketing. So, within that niche, hindi na ako pipili kung sinong company ka man. But pinili kong specific niche to. Specific. Kumbaga kung sa search pa, nagpe-filter na ako. Pero lahat to papatusin ko. As you apply for your jobs, maybe choose a specific industry that you're willing to work in all aspects. Example, engineering. Na kahit saan ka ilagay ng department or you're confident enough with your skills. Or if not, if you don't have the skills yet, you're confident enough to be trained and to learn more. Magiging choosy ka lang naman if umabot ka na sa point na ang dami mo ng comparison. So don't be choosy to the career that you have to be choosy to the career you choose, but don't be choosy to the company or the job. Ang dami mong in-applyan. Isa lang yung nag-contact sa'yo, hindi mo mababatusin. So patuloy mo na yan. Continue with the timeline. So yeah, those are those things that you will learn as I discuss my timeline with you. I was doing well in styling until around September. Ate Farah, who was my friend in Ateneo, she's also a blogger, and I went in Japan with her. She recommended me a job in Makati in Korean trade, the DTI of Korea in the Philippines. They hire seasonal marketing, what do you call us before? Marketing specialists. So, since parang DTI sila, before papasok yung product here in the Philippines from Korea, dadaan muna sa amin yun. And we had to eventually check and offer it to certain industries. Like for example, in my case, I was assigned, my team was assigned to sewage systems. So di ba ganun ka far out? Anong alam ko sa mga ganyan? Hindi naman ako graduate ng engineering. Had to learn a lot from this field, and the product itself, they were offering like example filtration system for the water, ganyan. So ang clients ko basically water districts. So I had to call water districts from the Philippines to talk to the main engineer of this LGU, ganun. 8-month contract. Pero malaki kasi 30K per month. Yung time na yun, I was starting to earn a lot na. Kasi I was teaching at home. Finally, I went back to my first company kasi I had my laptop na. Living with Aya. I have my own room na, so and we have our own internet, so I can teach at home. I also style. I also have an office job, which is as a marketing specialist in Korean trade. Noong December, I was hired as a marketing manager in Backyard Kitchen and Brew, owned by some guys like Paolo Paraiso, Sam YG, ganon, Joy Spring, Choppy Calianta, whatever. And yeah, sila yung mga bosses ko before. But December na yon. Schedule ko that time. In the morning, I would wake up 5 or 4 a.m. I would start teaching already until around 7. My office work starts at 9 eh. So we live in Taguig, and my office in Makati. I know it's just a nearby city, but with the traffic given in the city, it would take me more than an hour to reach, especially that my working schedule is rush hour talaga. So, I had to leave my house at 7 a.m. for me to arrive at 9. I was using an FX before from Taguig. That's a point-to-point. Katulog pa ako niyan sa FX. Kasi yun yung parang pinaka-rest ko actually. Kasi wala akong magawa. I sometimes eat my breakfast there. Pero hindi yung as in meals but sometimes I buy bread along the way when I walk to the terminal of FX. And then I buy pandesal siguro. So, doon ko nakakainin. Kasi para tipid sa oras, diba? Wala naman akong gagawin for the next hour of my ride. Diba? So, doon ko na gagawin yun. After that, tulog na ako. Sayang. Nap din yun. So, when I arrive in the office, 9 a.m. until 6 siya. Sometimes don't go home yet kasi rush hour yun. So, sometimes I still teach in the office. Like 2 hours, or I would look for cafes around the office. I would teach kahit 2 hours lang. And then, nung December, I would go to specific branches pa of backyard to check if, kasi may mga events kami na I had to check. So, di naman yun everyday. Kasi yung work ko sa backyard before, it doesn't require me a full 8-hour, 9 to 6, gano'n. Kasi flexi. So, we just have to meet with the bosses at least once a week. Yun lang. And on weekends, I style. Like, before si Miho, may ASAP siya, ganun. I send my clothes in QC, ganyan, maleta-maleta. So, weekends na lang yung styling ko. That's for jobs at a time. Yun naman, ang yaman-yaman ko. I told myself that I wouldn't go home unless may napatunayan ako. Kasi nga, hello! Sino ba nagsabi ng Manila ako? Ginusto ko to, diba? So, of course, if uwi ako na wala napatunayan, they would most likely just blame me. It has really been my dream to take my family somewhere, like a vacation. Especially my titos and my lola. So, I booked a rest house in Samal, a private rest house with pool. It's a big rest house. Basta dun kami nagpasko. I would really count that as my greatest accomplishment, probably. I've had a lot of work accomplishments, but that so far is my most rewarding accomplishment. Because parang all my 4 jobs really paid off. Not just my 4 jobs, but all of the things, all of my struggles paid off eventually. So when I went home sa December in Davao, I spent Christmas with them. I actually made some of the dresses for my titas para to make sure na we all look the same under one theme. So nag-family picture kami. I brought my camera equipment, ganyan. Kasi para may one big family picture kami. It was Tita Salve's wedding daw, December 28. And my parents had to go. Sabi ko, sabay niyo ako sa flight pa Manila. Actually, Tita Salve and her family lives here in Manila already. I'm aware of that. And I'm aware that I have relatives and cousins here in Manila and QC. But I'm not sure exactly where. So people would wonder why I didn't go here. I didn't ask them or message them during that time na ang hirap ng buhay ko. Saan ba ako nun? Pwede naman daw akong pumunta dito. So to answer that question, I wasn't really close with them kasi I just met them during the wedding. I just met my cousins. So, I didn't grow up with them kasi taga dito sila in Manila. I actually grew up in the province. So, I'm not really close to them. So, ayoko naman yung random akong, hi po, pwedeng makikain. Di ba? Nakakaya naman. I'm just aware na I have relatives here. But, hindi ko naman, yun yung pinaka-reason nun. Hindi ko naman kasi sila close that time. My parents decided to attend the wedding, silver wedding of my tita on December 28. And that's when I met my cousins na taga dito. That's the first time I met them. Angel was very friendly. My cousin, she started inviting me on family events. Like, uy, birthday ni dad, punta ka ha. So, manakaya naman tumanggi. Ayun, pumunta na, nagpapakita na ako. Dito na ako nagpapasko and all. Until dito na ako tumira. So, that's the start of my journey. That's the end of my journey, actually. I'm telling you that it's not really a smooth sailing ride, but I'm happy it all happened because for sure it all happened for a reason. It all made me to who I am now. It made me very strong. It made me resilient. It made me patient. It also made me forgive my parents because kasi ako galit na galit ako before. Like, bakit? May pera naman kayo. Ba't ayaw niyo akong pakain? We have businesses. We have duck business. Minsan, dinojoke ko na yung tatay ko na, buti pa yung ducks natin nakakakain. Ikaw, kailan mo gustong padalhan ng pera yung anak mo dito? Ako, personally, I won't do that to my kid, to my kids soon, to my future kids. But, wala eh. I cannot anymore return and erase that time. So what I'm only getting here is, or are the lessons that I've learned, that siguro I won't be as tough as I am if not for that experience. Parang, look at me now. Kahit, alam mo, kahit bigyan mo lang ako 100 ngayon, mabubuhay ako. Kasi yun yung experience ko. And, kahit wala akong, kahit iparesign mo ako sa work na, okay lang sa akin. Cause, alam ko sa sarili ko na, I can eventually find ways for me to earn money. Biggest lessons that I've learned the hard way, the hardest way. And yeah, most of you don't know about this story unless lang yung sobrang mga close ko dito. But I'm now telling you everything. So for the next episode, maybe I'll give you a timeline of my work. I think it's more on career-related episode. Yay! Hindi ako umiyak habang nagkakwenta nito. Actually, it's not the too detailed, but you get the gist of how I lived here. It was not easy. It was never easy. People will just see me, no? Parang party-party lang yan. No, that's just my escape. Ayun lang naman yung pinopost ko. Alam naman ipopost ko yung wala akong makakain. Siguro another lesson that I learned here is my relationship to other people. There are people that I lost along the way. There are friends that I used to call friends. Example, friends that I met when I was in college. And when they heard about my story, when I started, example, working as a freelance, like raket-raket lang, they started mocking me or judging me na, oh, ganyan lang work mo. Sa isip ko, ikaw ba? Your money are from your parents pa naman, diba? And there are a lot of people that I gained. Example, Celine, Tony, mga ganon. They are just people who I met na sa mga racket ko lang. What I'm happy with my life in Manila is that I met people from different walks of life. I've met people na kasing hirap ko. And it really humbled me down. Kasi kung naging sobrang helpful na, naging sobrang supportive nila, even though walang-wala sila, compared to people who are like, nakaka-graduate naman katulad ko, but where are they when I needed them? Okay, I'm still friends with the people I met along the way. I'm proud to say that they're still part of my life. I've learned a lot of lessons from them. Took care of me so much. Mga panahon na wala akong makain, nilulutuan nila ako, kinukukup nila ako. I'm really happy that I met you guys. As I embark to my new journey, I can't spill anything right now. I just watch some future episodes in this series. But yeah, I'll embark on my new journey, which involves leaving Manila soon. I'm moving somewhere else. Wala lang. It just feels nostalgic. It's just sad to me because parang the people I met here, I'll eventually leave them. But of course, they will always stay in my heart, part of my journey. And thank you so much for that. Another lesson, just because hindi mo ka-level yung mga tao na meet mo along the way, mas mataas ka na sa kanila, or they would never be greater than you in some other way. Sometimes, they're better than you. Believe me. So, be kind to everyone. And kayo makarte sa mga taong na-meet nyo. I'm just glad you listened up until this far. Thank you so much for listening to my TED Talk. Until the next vlog, thank you so much for listening. And please subscribe.